and Rob. We have Warren Skeels on the telephone. We have Lou Maggio here and Jody Simon here. Thank you guys for joining us, and you guys are here to talk about the Thespians competition that's happening in next week, the weekend after next.
First off, Janet, how are you? It's been
good.
a long time since we talked about throwing stars.
How are you doing?
Good. We changed the title, though. It's now called Who's Your Monkey?
What?
We changed the title. The distributor changed the title in that film. It's now called Who's Your Monkey?
It's called Who's Your Monkey? Oh, that's funny, because Rob, you're my monkey, right?
Okay.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Oh, in and out. Okay.
Well, thank you for calling in. Where are you right now, Warren?
Yeah.
I actually just walked back into my office from doing some filming on the doc Thespians. So you catch me just coming right back in the office. How are you, Lou? Jody?
Not bad, guys. What's up?
Okay.
Not like I haven't talked to you 4 times today, but that's okay.
Yeah, right?
Well, talk to us about the high school thespian competition. Who wants to jump in? The whole thing.
Thespian is a movie that Warren will be producing. Warren, go ahead, Warren.
Well, Thespians is it's a high school theater kid organization, essentially, that is 2 million strong since 1929. And there are 38 state chapters where they compete in the categories of solo musical, monologues, duet acting, large group musicals, and we're following it in kind of the same way that like a Spellbound meets American Idol.
Right.
And we followed 5 different high school troops across Florida, from Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami, and Palm Beach, from their school onto competing in districts where they all qualified to then culminate in the state festival in Tampa next week. Or the week after next.
What made you want to do this? What enticed you?
Right now.
What makes? I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, what enticed you to do this?
I was a thespian myself in high school and competed at state and was successful there and just had an amazing experience and bonded with all the other kids who were a theater dork like myself. And it was like going to Tampa and descending on your guys' precious town, and meeting all the other theater kids and finding a commonality amongst us, which is an amazing experience of bonding and an experience I always thought I wanted to revisit at some point in time, later on, and now really kind of became an opportunity for us to do that and come back and make a documentary about this experience. And this year, last year there were 6,600 student participants, and they just got back the results of registration for state, and they're actually going to go over the 9,000 mark this year down in Tampa.
I think people don't really realize that all these high school type of nerd type actors are the guys that become the Tom Cruises. You have Wesley Snipes came out of Orlando, and Wayne Brady came out of Orlando, and
Tom Hanks always points back to his
Thespian
days as a high school thespian.
I mean, it's a perfect atmosphere for this, but with the American Idol, High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2,
and now 3.
Now 3, Dancing with the Stars, and it's just pushing the arts. Because all these guys that you look down on as far as in high school, like the trailer says, in high school they're the outsiders, but that one weekend they're all insiders, and it's an amazing story. I mean, and since Warren has background in this, and then he went on to USC film school, and so he's pretty well qualified to put it together. I mean, when Jody and I saw the project, we just absolutely loved it.
What's the relationship between you guys? How did you guys get together? I mean, and if you answered that question already, I apologize, but I'm having a little intermittent issue here with hearing you guys. But what's the relationship between you guys?
What is the relationship, Warren? I don't know.
The TigerLily Maven Entertainment relationship.
TigerLily and Maven.
We're family. It's good old Uncle Lou.
I'm just eye
I guess
candy.
Lou and I, we met about 2 years ago or so when we were just finished. We were shooting Throwing Stars up in Jacksonville, and Lou was working with Ring and gearing up to shoot Rocket.
Right.
And our paths just kind of crossed, and just kind of started up a mutual respect for each other and what we were trying to accomplish in filmmaking, and trying to make good movies and we've just kind of kept conversations up over, trying to find a project we wanted to work on, and we're looking at larger projects, and then this one came up as something that was, kind of all cylinders could fire immediately, and we could jump into it fast, and it was something that we all thought would be a lot of fun to work on.
Well, once this is all said and done, and this Thespians is filmed, what happens next? Where can people see it, or who can see it? Is it going to be distributed to independent film festivals, or?
Well, a film that Warren just finished last year, Chops, just got picked up yesterday, right?
Just the article just came out in Variety, but it was picked up by Arts Alliance America, Chops, the documentary that we produced, and with a DVD and theatrical deal where it's supposed to be released in 10 to 15 markets in May.
Well, what about Thespians? What's going to happen with all these 9,000 high school students?
What's going to happen with them?
Yeah, with the Thespians, once it's all the film.
We're hoping to take the same route as Chops and get out as far as into some theaters. Limited.
Actually, the thoughts are that even has much broader appeal.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the 9,000 people that are planning on working on it.
Besides 9,000 people,
that's Florida, right?
That's just people. Florida. I mean, these are kids all over. These are kids all over the country that can relate to this. I mean, everybody wants to be a star. Everybody. I mean, they don't. Yeah, you don't.
Dream.
You don't go into
I'm still working on it.
You are a star in my book.
But I mean, you don't go into all the ridicule you put up with in high school sometimes to be a thespian, and unless you plan on going on.
I can't wait to see this. This sounds like something that would be right up our alley. Back in high school, I wasn't exactly cool and popular. I don't think you were either.
Oh no, I was cool.
Until I took the Joe Weider course, I was 98. I was 98 pounds. I had so much sand kicking my face that I couldn't even see straight.
But that got you there.
I ended up in musical theater. I mean, and that's my.
And that's not a cool thing to do for a guy, musical theater.
Yeah, but I also wrestled, so I could handle myself. So if anybody made fun of me, I just. And Lou and I go back 35 years.
Oh, you're kidding me! You guys been friends for that long?
Yeah. Well, we've known each other for 35 years. We've been friends.
And that's funny. You're only 36 years old. So, Warren, what's
same hospital.
we have to wrap up now. But Warren, after this project's done, what's next for you? Because you are so busy all the time.
We'll be busy with this one through the fall, and then we're gonna get into pre-production on a narrative feature. We're gonna, after 2 documentaries in a row, we're gonna try and step out of the doc world and move into a narrative project called Florida, amongst other things. Trying to keep things in the state.
Give us your contact information, your website, Warren.
It's TigerLilyMedia.com. And you know what? We're actually, one of the things we're trying to do to show the value and the impact that theater has in these high school kids' lives is to show the success stories of those who have been a part of Thespians. And one of the things that we are trying to reach out to is to get a hold of politicians and businessmen and various leaders of the community that have been a part of Thespians in the past.
And they can get all that information on your website at TigerLilyMedia.com?
They can.
They can. Give us the information for Maven Entertainment.
Well, Maven is just right now, we're just the executive producers of this project, and we're working on some other projects.
All right.
We like I said, so there's no, we don't want people calling us and pitching us movie ideas.
Well, we want to hear.
Besides Warren right now.
Once this wraps up, we want to hear all about it. Warren, thank you very much. Thank you both for coming down. We really want to hear how this turns out.